Hello students, my name is Prerna and I'm your EVS teacher. And today from your EVS book Enviro, we are going to be reading chapter number 17. Tell me one thing, when you have to go from one place to another, how do you go? Uh, Maybe you take, you go in a car. If you have to go out of town, maybe you go in a bus or probably, flight, maybe you take. So how do these all operate? All these vehicles, they use some or the other fuel, and that is exactly what we are going to learn about in this chapter. So let's start reading this chapter. This is chapter number 17 and this is unit 6. The name of the unit is travel, and chapter number 17, the name of the chapter or the title of the chapter is fuels for vehicles. All right, let's start reading it. Any substance that is used to produce heat and energy is called a fuel. This energy is really released when the fuel is burned, and this process of burning is called as combustion. These fuels provide power to move automobiles, aeroplanes, agricultural equipments such as pumps and tractors, trucks, military equipments including tanks, trains and ships. Now, we need to know that there are two kinds of fuels. All right, what are these? The first is the non-renewable fuel. Let's see what is the definition. Those sources of fuels which are not easily replenished by the environment are called non-renewable fuels. These fuels are also called as fossil fuels because they are formed by the dead bodies of animals and plants that got buried under the earth millions of years ago. And some non-renewable sources are given below, the kind of fuel. So those type of fuel which are not replenished by the environment, that is, which are you can say available easily in the environment, and when I say easily, it means that they are quite commonly found in the environment. So the first non-renewable fuel that we're talking about is coal. Okay, so these are the sources through which the fuel is made. So the non-renewable sources are, the first one is coal, which is also known as black gold. It is formed when huge plants got buried under the earth and decomposed because of heat and pressure of overlying rocks and soil in the absence of oxygen. It is extracted from the earth through mining. So we have also always seen those kind of black colored rocks. You might have seen probably the person who comes to your house to take clothes for ironing. Even those people, they also have coal. You know how is that formed? It is given here that when plants are buried under rocks from a very long time, and there's no lack of and there is lack of oxygen, that is how that coal is formed. What are the uses of it? It is used as a domestic fuel. By domestic fuel, we mean that fuel that is used in houses, in angiti, tandoor, chula, etc. It is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. Many chemicals like methane, gas, tar, etc. are obtained from coal, which are used to make dyes, paints, etc. So from coal, we are also able to get a lot many other things. Next, we have petroleum. It is also known as liquid gold. So, like coal was called as black gold, petroleum is called as liquid gold because of its numerous uses. It How is it formed? By the decomposition of marine animals and plants which were buried millions of years ago. So coal is formed only when plants are buried under a lot of rocks and there's complete absence of oxygen. Petroleum is formed when the aquatic plants and animals, they get buried under, so they got buried and they decomposed millions of years ago, and it is collected in large pools called oil wells, and it is taken out by drilling the layers of rocks. These pools of oil are very deep in the ground or in the sea, and it is also called as crude oil. It cannot be directly used as a fuel, so it is processed in refineries to produce many different kinds of fuels such as petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. And apart from the ordinary petrol, unleaded petrol is also available. It does not contain any poisonous leaves. Since the year 2000, only unleaded petrol is available in India. And what are its uses? Of course, it is used as a fuel in cars, two-wheelers or four-wheeler. Then diesel form that we extract from petroleum, it is used as a fuel in heavy vehicles such as trucks, tractors, ships, railways, etc. It is also used to power water lifting pumps and generators. And kerosene, it is used in aeroplanes, helicopters, etc. and in houses for heating and lighting. So that's on your petrol car and a diesel bus. Now we come to natural gas. It is often found trapped along with oil under the rocky layers of the Earth's surface. It is also obtained by drilling oil wells. This fuel causes less pollution than other fossil fuels. And what are the uses? It is used again as a fuel in vehicles in the form of CNG. There it is used as a fuel to cook in the form of LPG, liquefied petroleum gas that we get in our homes. Burning of fossil fuels or non-renewable fuels, it releases many harmful gases which cause a lot of pollution. Therefore, we need to be very careful with them. Now we talk about renewable fuels, those fuels which are being continuously consumed by man but are renewed by nature constantly are called as renewable fuels. These fuels are also called as alternative fuels, and they cause less pollution than fossil fuels. So what are the important renewable fuels? You have biodiesel, bioalcohol, hydrogen, solar energy and electricity. Biodiesel and bioalcohol, they are obtained from plants and animals matter, and biogas is obtained from cow dung. Electricity is used to power the batteries to run the motors in the electric vehicles. The Delhi and Kolkata metro train network use electricity as fuel. Solar energy is also used as a source of energy for domestic purpose such as heating and lighting. So these are solar cells or solar panels. You know what they do? They trap the energy of the sun, and then obviously the water that you get in your home, it is warm enough for you to do your household chores or to take a bath. So a lot of people are switching to the usage of these solar panels. Why? Because it is actually like using nature to uh, perform activities at home. All right. And then, of course, it saves a lot of electricity as well. Now you have cow dung cake. So you can see these. All right. Now, conservation of fuels. The rate of consumption of fuels is so high that they are likely to get exhausted soon. So, we are using these renewable or non-renewable fuels at a very large scale. So, what happens when you use a thing in large quantity? It is likely to get finished, right? And that is why, and that is also the concern with the fuels. Our country spends huge amount of money to buy fuels because they are becoming costlier day by day. A rise in the cost of these fuels affects the other commodities like food grains and vegetables. So it is very important to conserve fuel. That is, you save, you use these fuels in a judicious manner, in the correct manner. So how can you conserve these fuels? So you can switch off the engine of the vehicle when you are stuck in traffic. We should turn off the gas stove when not using it. We should keep our vehicles in good condition through regular service to ensure optimum use of fuel. And then we can also use public transport as often as possible. All right. Why? Because let's say if there are 100 cars on the road and there are 20 buses on the road. One situation is there are 100 cars and there are 20 buses. So, which is better? Obviously, those 20 buses is better because less traffic and also less pollution. And another way that people have been using of lately is carpooling. So, let's say there are four people staying in a locality and all of them have to go to the same place, maybe not the same office, but they have their office very nearby to each other. So maybe one person can take his car and the other three can use the same car. Probably the other three can sit in the same car and go to the office. Then the next day, the other person can take out his car. So this way, what happens is again, you're causing less traffic and less pollution, and you're saving a lot of fuel. And the last is we should use renewable fuels, right? So make sure that you are using these fuels in a wise manner to save the environment. Thank you so much.